What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Wha-Poosh Show, your one-stop shop for all things entertainment, pop culture, and whatever tickles your pickle on the geeky side. I'm your host, Chris. It's been a while. It's good to be back. We were running a little late as usual. I mean, you guys should be used to it by now. And now it sounds like we're having some technical difficulties on the side. On the rest of them. Juan, are you there, bro? Are you able to join in or what?
I'm here, but I'm using my laptop camera right now. Jesus Christ! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you good. Man,
So
talk about
funny.
what a way to come back, bro. What a way
I
to
know.
come back. And I know Carlos is supposed to be hopping in later. He's running a little late. This is just how it is, man.
That's how it always is.
I don't even. How long has it been since we were last on stream, bro? Like,
Probably like I don't know, almost a year.
was it been a year for real?
No, it hasn't. When was Hurricane Milton? That was July.
Yeah.
I think it was during that time.
That's wild, dude. I mean,
Yeah, it was during that time.
It's just crazy, dude. Like, and it, whenever we had been talking about bringing the show back, like, for a while now, and just trying to find the right time. I know everybody's, had stuff going on. Our boy Carlos got married, some big old life events, man. Which you can talk to that too, and then work and all this stuff. I know you've been traveling a lot too, man, doing what you got to do for work. So, it's good. We were finally having the stars align, and funny enough, the one thing that got us to get the show going together again is we had a big trailer drop today, man. Something that we've been waiting for a while now. We weren't sure when it was going to come, and then lo and behold, we got the trailer today for Mr. James Gunn's Superman. I just I don't know. We'll watch it on the stream, but
yeah, we're gonna watch it. Did you read the intro for well, not the intro, I guess the bio for the video?
No, I didn't. On like YouTube?
Yeah, on our YouTube.
Oh damn! I didn't read.
It pretty much says that it's gonna turn you into DC fanboy.
I mean, I don't want to get too much into the details until Carlos is able to hop on, but I mean, it's been one of the most, I think, I want to say maybe hyped trailers for a while now. Honestly, it's probably the most hyped movie of next year. I think just because of the implications and. It's the first movie for this new DCU, even though we've already gotten content. I guess Creature Commandos is technically the first DCU entry, right? I guess according to James Gunn, but that's animated, right? It's not live action. So this is our first live action entry into James Gunn's universe at DC. So I don't know. There's some serious stuff, man.
Have you watched any of the Creature Commandos?
I actually have. Is it all out, or is it weekly, or what's the deal?
I have no idea. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's weekly. I'd rather wait for the whole thing to come out. Then I'll probably just try and binge it. I mean, from what I've seen, like on snippets on like Twitter or X or whatever the hell we're calling it now, but the animation looks good. I think it looks really good, and some of the action sequences I saw.
My kid.
There you go.
That's so funny. There it goes.
Yeah. So what I've seen on Twitter looks good, and other than that, like I don't know much about the Creature Commandos to begin with. Like that's like deep into the DC lore. As you guys know, I'm a Marvel fanboy, so I don't go that deep in the weeds for DC.
And pretty much I put on the bio. Let me tell you, because I thought it was, well, it's my bio, right? It's funny. But it pretty much I wrote down, it says, we're back before the end of the year to talk about the most anticipated, the most wanted, the movie that Carlos will love. And we'll make Cristian become a DC fanboy because Sony fucked it for Spiderman fans, which we'll be talking about later in this episode. Superman, directed by Marvel's director, the most beloved trilogy in the universe, Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is one of the stronger trilogies in the MCU. I'll give him that. But I mean,
well,
I
guess.
Gonna
tell you, look, I think I agree with you. I don't like the second movie, but I think the third one was okay. I
Yeah.
liked it more than I thought I was gonna like.
Yeah, it had some good emotional beats, man. Like the stuff with Rocket, that stuff was emotional, man. It was good. And the villain in that one is probably one of the best villains they've had in an MCU movie for a while. And of course, they always got to kill off their villains. I don't know why the fuck they do that, but that's how they make movies, man. But
Because they're
uh,
villains. They don't
yeah,
deserve to live.
and I guess I mean we could technically just jump into because I actually wanted to do a whole ass like episode on this topic, but because we're waiting on Carlos before we get deep into like the stuff with Superman, we can talk about the axing and the final death of the Sony Spider. What is it? Sony Universe of or Sony
Spiderless.
Cinematic Marvel Universe is what it's called, the SCMU, which to date has been the three Venom movies, Morbius, Craven, and Madam Web. Which, goddamn, that is you put that on a resume, dude. Ain't nobody gonna hire your ass. Like, I and let me add this. Like, I haven't seen Madam Web, and I haven't seen Craven. I only saw Morbius because it was on my flight, so it was a free movie. And I fell asleep during the middle of it.
I fell asleep on
So
it too.
I've seen all three Venom movies because I mean they kept honestly I only got to see those because I kept thinking, hey, maybe they'll throw in Spider-Man, maybe they'll do something right, and dead wrong. But and honestly, that third Venom movie, it was garbage, bro. I didn't like it.
Did
I
he
know
show
some people
Spider-Man
liked
and
it.
Morbius?
The poster that he walks by. No, I actually think they took that scene out. I don't even remember it being
I
in the
don't.
movie. It's just a trailer.
I just
Um,
I knocked out in that movie as well. I couldn't watch it.
so, I mean, implications. I don't know what that means moving forward. I mean, that they announced that they didn't say it's dead, but they're putting it on hold or pause or whatever to shift focus back to Spider-Man, which is hilarious, right? Because that just doesn't make any sense to me. Because it should have been Spider-Man should have been the focus to begin with. There was also a leak, or I don't know, maybe added context to the initial report that this whole time we thought Sony wasn't allowed to use Tom Holland in those movies. That's how everybody. We never got like confirmation from that or legal disclosure that hey, Marvel and the Sony agreement means that Marvel can use Spider-Man in their movies, but they can't use that Spider-Man in the Sony movies. Apparently, that
Yeah.
was a lie. They could have used Tom Holland in those movies, and they chose not to.
I wonder
Which
why.
is just it just makes me scratch my head. Like, why the hell? I mean, and I don't know how much to believe that too, right? Like, I don't know how much is true, how much is not true.
Who said it?
I think it was part of the initial announcement from Hollywood Reporter.
Okay.
And I think even Discussing Film released it too, which are pretty trustworthy sources, at least for some of the information. But it just makes me scratch my head as to like why they wouldn't want to use Spider-Man, especially you've got three Venom movies, bro.
Yeah.
Like knowing how Venom 2 did, you're making a third one. This is Tom Hardy's probably last go at it, according to him. I don't know. Why the hell would you not try to get Spider-Man in there? Or even the other two, which you got so much hype from No Way Home. Why the hell would you not try to bring in Toby or maybe Andrew? Honestly, Andrew is probably the one that made the most sense because I think he got the most praise from No Way Home. To like make him like show up in Venom and like that's the Spider-Man of that universe, and then end it on that note and you'd be good. But yeah, it's crazy that they made how many movies? Was it 6 now? Without Spider-Man, and I don't know, man.
I mean, I think
I'm
they kind of
happy.
realize that they can't do anything without him either ways. I think
Yeah.
I mean, if that's true, what the report says that they couldn't that it was all a lie. That Tom Holland couldn't be part of that universe. Maybe it was Tom Holland. Maybe he was like, nope. Like.
Oh yeah, I
Maybe,
mean that's another thing. Yeah.
maybe he was like, let's wait for Venom and see how that does, and then he was like, nah, I'm good. Or
Yeah, but
or
I can't
Sony
see
was
him
probably
doing
just
it
hard
either.
headed.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Madam Web. I don't. You didn't see the movie, but obviously you looked at the reviews, and it's dog shit. Uh, I don't know. If I was Tom Holland, I'd be like, bro, you're handling the movies like that, and you want me to be in it? Hell no.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like
Maybe he didn't
and
want
he
his name on
cares,
that.
and he cares about the character. It's not something that he just wants to, I guess, in a way, throw around. I think he
Yeah,
genuinely cares about the character itself and the development that he has. Because if not, I mean, he would be doing Spider-Man movie after Spider-Man movie after Spider-Man movie, and he's not doing that.
that's true, and I'm glad you brought that up because like I think this past year he's done a couple of interviews already where he said like the reason Spider-Man 4 is taking so long is that he's been a lot more involved in like I guess deciding the direction they want to take the character.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he has more of a voice now, right? And I think he's also getting burnt out with the whole multiverse stuff. He's hinted at like they want to do more of a grounded kind of street level Spider-Man movie because there was a shit ton of leaks going out early on that Spider-Man 4 was going to be another multiverse movie and that it was going to tie into Beyond the Spider-Verse, the animated stuff, and they was going to bring in Miles and just all this shit. And it's just like it's too convoluted at that point, right? I think people are getting burnt out just in general with the multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
And then especially now that they axed Kong or Kang or whatever you want to call him, pissed off a lot of people when they announced Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Like, I'm still upset about that, dude. It's the stupidest thing that I don't know. It's just it's like a cherry on top. I'm like, man, this multiverse stuff is getting old, bro.
I don't think it's necessarily getting old. I think at the end of the day, they're just overusing it. But I guess the same thing as getting old. I guess it's just a big runaround with the storyline, and there's no. It's not that it's. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's getting old or overusing. I think it's more of a runaround, and there's no ending because they want to continue to expand that area instead of having it died off.
Yeah. Come to like a close point, and I don't. I think it's more of a narrative excuse for them to be able to bring back the old actors, and just say it's like a variant, right? Because right after Endgame, you can clearly see that they're struggling to make movies that aren't Iron Man, that aren't Captain America, that aren't Thor, right? That aren't Guardians of the Galaxy now because that was the only obscure set of characters that they had that were kind of mildly successful. And now James Gunn's gone, right? So now the Guardians are pretty much like what do they have now? The Marvels did terrible, right? What else came out, bro?
Because the thing is that I think they're too political. I think that's
yeah.
Like, I really don't care what view you have. At the end of the day, like if the movie's too political, like it's too political, and it's not gonna turn on people to come and watch a movie, especially one when there's sides of stories or sides of political views that they don't agree with. Saying, "Nah, I don't want to watch it because it's too whatever. I don't want to watch it because it's too," and I get it. I think at the end of the day, they need to go back and focus on it being a comic book movie.
Yeah,
I think it's just there's comics, there's characters, but it's so involved in politics nowadays that it's just you cast Silver Surfer and nobody knows that there's a girl Silver Surfer, but everybody was all pissed off because then you have the guy Silver Surfer, and it's like, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point, nothing will
gender
make it
swaps. Gender swaps, race swaps, those are always going to be controversial, man. And just movies in general. Not even just comic books, like just general media. It's always going to be controversial. I don't think it's ever going to be a point where like, hey, like our franchise is failing because we did this one movie. Yeah. I mean, they're still successful, right? If you think about it, they're still making a shit ton of money on these movies, but they're not as successful, I think, in terms of like a longevity perspective to get people continuously like interested because there's no overarching storyline anymore with these movies, right? Up until Endgame, the whole thing was Thanos, right? Now we've had a slew of 3 years, I think, almost 3 or 4 years of like, we don't know what's branch. It was Kang, and then that shit happened with Jonathan Majors, right? And they had to like scramble Loki to kind of basically retcon Kang, right? So now they have to okay, shit, now we have to utilize Fantastic Four to establish this new villain. And cherry on top, because they're not confident that this is going to go well, let's just make it Robert Downey Jr., right, to play Victor Von Doom, right? Because then you get that nostalgia and like I don't know, man. I think it's a cop out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I also hope that saying Robert Downey Jr. is a little spark,
Yeah, yeah,
and I don't think he's gonna be the villain at the end. I think what's gonna happen is Galactus is gonna come, and
yeah,
they've already
yeah.
said it.
So, and that's what I'm saying. It just gets a little convoluted. That's why the multiverse
Yeah,
stuff is weird, and like they're trying to basically find their path again, and hopefully, once I think what they have to do is just they need to figure out who this villain is and what that story is. From there, that'll help them focus on okay, what movies do we need to make, and what characters do we need to bring in to progress the storyline, kind of in a stronger narrative way than these kind of scrambled movies we've been getting everywhere. Um, it's funny. It's because like they flipped. Like they're doing basically what DC was having trouble doing. Is they were just making all these different movies, and they were eventually trying to rush them to tie in, and just
yeah,
saying, "Hey, it's multiverse. Let's use that." But yeah, I think they need to go back to basics with what they wanted, and hopefully that's what Fantastic Four does. Um, and I think Pedro Pascal, that whole cast, they have the star power to carry a franchise if they wanted to, if they needed them to rely on them to carry a franchise. You got Tom Holland coming back as Spider-Man. He said he's willing to play him for a couple more years as long as he needs to. They've already hinted that Miles is in the near near sight plans. They're probably going to get some young actor to play Miles, and that'll probably be the long-term Spider-Man moving forward. So like you have the pieces there. They just need to make the story work, and they'll be fine. They'll get it back in line, and hopefully it works out. But like for Sony, and going back to our original point,
yeah,
I think they missed the fact on like why those characters make sense, right? Like, I mean, the anti-hero stuff, it's overplayed too. Like, oh, let's take these villains and make them humanized
heroes.
a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Heroes, right? Like, and they're all conflicted, right? They all, to be fair, they all go through their comic arcs where they have those anti-hero moments. But at the end of the day, dude, like foundationally, they are Spider-Man villains. So they're not as appealing if they're not fighting Spider-Man,
yeah.
right? And God, I haven't even seen Craven, but like the little reels that I've seen on YouTube of like him fighting Rhino. Oh my God, dude, it looks
It's
so
terrible.
bad. Yeah.
I mean, the CGI
Granted,
on Rhino
that's
was really bad.
yeah, but I mean, design-wise for Rhino, I think it's cool.
Yeah,
I just think execution CGI, yeah, it looks pretty freaking bad, man. It looks rough. But I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Oh, like I see movie cannons here. What's going on, man? Welcome. It's good to see you again.
for real.
I don't know if you
It's
guys
been a
missed
while.
us. It's been a while.
We're gonna start playing Stain in this motherfucker right now. No, that's too much.
I think Carlos is still rolling late, man. I haven't heard
Yeah.
from him. I don't know if you want to just pop on that Superman trailer. We can kind of just
Yeah, we
watch it.
can. We can. Let me figure
Let's see
that
if we
part
can,
out.
if you can
because I
figure
managed
that
to-
out on the technical side.
But I was gonna tell you, I think at the end of the day, what they're gonna do with Robert Downey Jr. He's not gonna be a villain because Von Doom is also like a anti-hero type of deal, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, technically, everybody's gone through like an anti-hero arc, bro. So they could,
Yeah.
if they wanna pick from the scraps to justify that, go ahead. But, I don't. I'm hoping he's
I
not
just don't
the
see
real.
them doing that.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's just like a red herring, and he's just to kind of like distract us, and you find out he's actually not the real Von Doom, and we get like the actual Victor Von Doom. Like, it's got to be somebody good, man. Ooh, I just reached my stand goal, bro. Damn, I love technology. Even though I'm sitting right now, it's telling me I've reached my stand goal.
it's all that movement you're doing from
Yeah, it's what it is.
from the what's it called? From the Sony verse. Gets you riled up, gets you moving.
Look, man, I'm happy it's finally done. I'm just curious to see because they kept announcing movies like that stupid movie with Bad Bunny that they were gonna make, El Muerto or something like that.
Yeah.
They were gonna do a Black Cat movie, a Silver Sable movie. I'm like, bro, somebody please stop these guys. Like, I don't think they understand like how much money they're just blowing. And I think Craven probably hurt them a lot, bro. I heard it only made like 11 million on opening weekend.
Craven?
And that movie cost them like 200 million to make. So like, that's what they get, bro. I hope they couldn't buy Christmas presents this year. Oh shit! Here we go.
So,
Okay,
let's
let's
see
see if it
how
works.
it looks like my computer is like really slow. So, can you
Do
hear
you have
it?
it
Oh
muted?
wait, yeah, I do. Hold on,
Yeah,
let me pause it. This computer is really slow, bro.
there
Let
you
me
go.
pause this real quick. All right, start from the beginning.
Damn, Yamcha.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Nice shot though, man.
Superman. Superman.
All right, yeah. It's too much.
What
What you think, man?
man?
Wow.
No, I want your thoughts first, bro. Y'all the DC boys, so I'm curious to
I would-
see what your
Look.
thoughts are, man.
I'm gonna give James Gunn his props. Okay, this dude knows how to pick fucking music.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, this dude knows how to pick fucking music. And the soundtrack, whatever we just heard, what would you call it? The background music.
The John Williams theme.
Yeah, it's so sick hearing it in the electric guitar.
Yeah, it sounded really cool, man.
It sounds really freaking cool. And I think, and this guy paced out the trailer extremely well.
Yeah.
And he didn't give enough. He didn't give a lot, but he gave enough. I think. You gotta give props where props are due, you know. And the trailer is pretty good. Now, there are some flaws to the trailer itself. I think there's a CGI in there that just looks weird. I don't know how to it looks weird. I don't know if it's unfinished. Hopefully it's unfinished, and it's not something that he's gonna end up presenting. But this shot right here with Superman and Lois. Let me mute that real quick.
Is it when they're flying up?
This one right here. Like, it looks
Oh
weird.
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that does look weird in the background.
And it looks fake. Like, I know, like, it's a fake. I know it's a movie, but it looks.
Yeah. It looks
weird.
like video game type shit, right? Yeah.
I mean,
I get what you're saying. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it looks like they just said, "Hey, sit down right here. We're gonna shoot something," and then they just sat down and just lovey-dovey, and then they just added the background. Hopefully, that background's just a background, and there's something else behind it.
Yeah, I mean that shot. Yeah, that shot was the first poster or like image they released where he's like getting dressed. So they probably just like banged or something, and then the city's like getting getting destroyed. So he's got to get dressed again. He's like, "All right, what's up, Austin? Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. It's always nice seeing you in the chat, bro." Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that does look a little shot. There was a couple of shots I know. So like all over Twitter and just like the internet in general, people were basically tearing apart the color grading. Initially, when I watched the trailer, I didn't see the problem, but then people put side by side shots with Superman and Lois, the CW show, and it looks like a CW show, bro. I'll give them that. So I don't know, and I understand James Gunn is purposely doing this because everybody was, he was like saying like, I think Man of Steel just was too dark. It was too brooding. They needed the colors to pop. Superman was always very colorful in the comics, right? And I think it makes sense why he wants the colors to pop so much, but it also just makes it look lower budget because it doesn't have that filmic filter that you typically see in bigger budget movies. But I don't know. I think it works, man. At the end of the day, if there's going to be anybody that gets a campy movie, it should be Superman. Superman's a campy hero, bro. Like that's what he is. He's kind of corny, cheesy, but it fits him. It's what he is, right? So yeah. I'm interested to see like the tone, right? The shots, the action sequences that I saw, I don't expect them to be better than Man of Steel, and that's just because Zack Snyder's an action director. Like those are his money shots, bro. Like anytime there's some fight sequences, that's where he's gonna shine. Where he sucks is the more kind of one single shots, the emotional sequences, where like the coloring can be a little bit off, and then his overuse of slow motion shit. Like I hate the stop motion, shots. But action sequences, he's really good at making set pieces. I'm not sure if like this shot right here is awesome. Like that shot where he's saving it. Yeah, like it kind of like shows little hints, and like James Gunn did have a really cool action sequence in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which gets me a little bit hyped for this as well, right? The one where Adam Warlock's flying to save his mom, and then the tunnel fight scene where they're all kind of like just killing all those dudes in the hallway. So I think he's capable, bro. The trailer did its job.
Who's the main villain? I mean, I just haven't. I
was going to ask you too. I don't know who the main villain is either, bro. Like, I thought initially it was like, wait, is that Brainiac? Because that fucking thing in the background.
Yeah.
I'm like, but no, they wouldn't do Brainiac that early though, right? The first villain?
I think he would.
I don't know. Him going with Guy Gardner for the first Green Lantern live, I'm like, bro, God damn it. And they made him look dumb. Like, honestly, if he was going to use Nathan Fillion, he should have used Nathan Fillion to be Hal. I think that would have made more sense, but I'd buy that. Okay, Hal Jordan, but
I like the casting for Hal Jordan though. Hang on.
Yeah, the Friday Night Lights guy.
Yeah, I'm a little biased Friday Night Lights, bro.
Yeah. I'm glad he got, because he was supposed to be Cable and he couldn't do it, remember?
Yeah.
And then Josh Brolin ended up, and it's funny because Josh Brolin was going to be Hal Jordan, and guess who got that role? Now this guy. So they swapped roles. That's just funny, dude. Like how small world that is. But like this scene looks a little choppy, like when he's getting tackled by, I don't know who that is, Zod. I guess that's the villain.
It's Ultraman. It's a clone. It's his clone. Yeah, it's his clone.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like I don't know. Like this movie. Look, I'm not gonna say I like it. I think there's something off about it, and I think you're right on the color grading. I think it might be the color grading and the way that the whole trailer kind of got mixed, because there's some color grading that looks really good, and there's some color grading that looks like this.
Yeah.
And it's very bluish, and it's very cold. But then you have shots like
there's like very warm,
and it looks so warm and it looks so good, even though it's still on the bluish side. But it's, I don't know, it looks different than the others. It looks different than the other one. So I don't know. I think this movie has potential. I think I am gonna like Crypto a lot more than I thought I was gonna like him.
Yeah, same here. I couldn't. Honestly, so when they released that image, bro, did Crypto have the cape on too, or he didn't? I couldn't remember. He didn't, right?
I don't remember. I can search.
So like seeing him with the cape on was a little okay. That's some cheesy stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I think I would have bought it more if he didn't have the cape. He was just like a super dog, you know. But like when he showed up and he actually had the
Oh,
cape
no.
on, I was like, oh wow. He didn't have a cape on, right?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, so I'm like that caught me off guard. I was like, oh shit, they like put a cape on him. So I was like, okay, James Gunn's really going for it, bro. Like if we get shots of like Crypto saving people, that's gonna blow my mind, bro. Where he's like flying and like saving people from debris and shit. That'll be nuts.
It's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, doing the voice.
Hold on.
The hierarchy of power is about to change. I think now that you're on those shots, I think the Lois Lane actress looks really good, man. Oh, dang. You good? I feel like you're getting yelled at, bro.
That was Carlos. My bad. That was Carlos. He said he's running
he
late
called you.
still.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's good, man. He's good.
So,
We're chilling, dude. It's our first day back, man. We'll get back into the swing of things.
but yeah, dude, I don't know.
How are you
I-
feeling about the suit now that you've seen
don't
it in
like
action
it.
a little bit?
I don't like it.
It doesn't
But
look
you know
as
what it
loose
is?
as like the set photos though.
No, it doesn't.
It's
So that's
definitely
because
it's
CGI.
definitely more fitted. Yeah, and the texture's different too. So
Yeah.
that's all post, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know what? I think when the New 52 came out, everybody was against the suit of the New 52.
Yeah.
And it is loose. Look at those underwear. They're loose right there.
It's New 52 inspired though, right?
I think it is. I think it's very heavy inspired by the New 52, which is fine. It's fine, but I think it didn't translate. Well, in my opinion, I don't know. Maybe James Gunn really fell in love with it, and it looks way better in person than what it does in video or what we're seeing in picture. But I don't think it translated well.
I don't know,
And
man. I
think if they would have gone a more sleeker route rather than a more armor route, I think it would have looked a lot better. The design wise. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Where it's got like the sections, like the separating of like the muscle, I guess, definition points.
Yeah,
they kind of like marvelized it
a lot, and it
like
looks
it's over designed.
I think it just looks like armor.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
And
like
go ahead. I'm gonna look this up.
No, I was like, because I know David Cornsweet was the one apparently that fought for the trunks, because I don't think they were originally going to do the trunks, and
it's fine. The trunks are fine.
Yeah, I don't think it looks as bad as I thought it was going to look. There was one thing that bothered me though about and I think it had to do with like the belt loops. Like I didn't like that he's actually using belt loops for the belt.
Yeah,
like, I felt like if it didn't have belt loops, it would look better. Like I don't know, maybe it's just because it's a practical choice, and I really think this is his first like suit. I don't think this is his like final suit, right?
Well, he's like what would you say? He's like
I almost want to say this is
like
his
year.
homemade suit.
I don't think so. You think so?
I don't know, man. It has that look where it's like practical, as if it looks like, it doesn't look like it's gonna be his suit like that he got from like his family or something, like, because the belt, I don't know, the belt loops are just telling me that's something that he made, right?
I mean, it could be, but even the CW suit. You see the CW suit?
Yeah.
Like there's something about it's no armor. It's just a suit.
Yeah, it's just sleek.
Superman.
It's just, it's smooth.
And Superman is Superman. Why the fuck does he need armor?
Yeah, I could see, like, I think it's just it's almost like the texturing, and I get what you're saying. It's like the sectional cutouts where they have the muscle definition, so it looks like it's armor on him. and I don't know. I think if anything, the only thing that probably bugs me the most is just the belt loops. It looks a lot better, I think, in action when he's moving, and even when he's flying. I think it works. Also,
his Clark Kent looks real dorky, so I like that.
I like that too. Kind of like the fuzzy hair that he's got pushed forward and like clumsy.
I mean, it's dorky. He's trying to. He looks like he's trying to style it, but he can't.
Yeah. It makes sense because seeing him and then when he's Superman, it's easy. Okay, like those are two different people.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I think they're doing. Zoe de Chanel.
Like the bangs thing, right? It confuses people.
Exactly.
Yes. It's exactly what they're doing, and I buy it. I like that they did that because Henry Cavill in Man of Steel, like he just put glasses on. Like, bro, come on, it's fucking Superman. Don't be stupid. I mean, like when they did that Jimmy Kimmel skit, like, come on, dude, that's Superman.
But to be fair, like in Superman and Lois, it's the same thing. He does the same thing. He just puts the glasses on.
Yeah, he just puts the glasses on. Yeah,
and like in the last season of Superman and Lois, like. Obviously, nobody knows, and then he decides to tell the whole world who he is, and it's just
I saw that scene right in the bar, right where that guy's trying to fight him or something or shoot him.
It's a diner. It's a diner.
Diner. Yeah. I saw that was a really good scene, dude. I thought that was cool.
Show,
they did really good with that show, man. Like
that show is,
and that's how I initially saw this. It's as if that show got its movie. It would be this, right? Okay, let's talk about the because we didn't really get that many shots of Superman, right? Surprisingly, it's a Superman trailer and we only got a few shots of him, but the what's up, Joey? Got Collector Joey in the house. Thanks for joining, bro. Appreciate it. Let's talk about the supporting cast. So let's start with the real reason I'm going to see this movie, bro. Hot girl, man. Nah. Hot girl, bro. First of all, I think she looks dope. So I was always a big Hot Girl fan in the Justice League show, dude. So I always thought she was a badass.
It's so short.
Yes. That one little snippet, I do think the uniform, and I think James Gunn explained this, right? These are like the Mr. Terrific uniforms, the Terrifics. So it's not her final suit, right? They're like, apparently they're like a corporate team, and that's like I don't know if it's like a poke at the Avengers or something. I don't know, but that's like their corporate uniform. So I hate this costume. And I don't know, maybe I think they made it that way on purpose because they knew people weren't going to like it. But it looks like an F1 driver's uniform or something. It looks really bad. But she looks sick. Like this little snippet, dude, the mace. Oh my God. I hope she gets a lot of scenes, dude, because like I hope they get the sound right too of when she hits people with that mace and like how heavy it is. Just doing like some straight up damage because like she fucking fought Darkseid with that thing, dude. Like she can do some serious damage with that stuff. So I'm actually excited, and I think Isabella Merced or whatever her name is now, Mona. I can't remember. She changed her last name, but I think she was she changed her name because she ended up becoming like some kind of like singer or something. So it was like her artist name. I don't know.
Oh.
But Dora, the girl who played Dora.
Oh no, never mind. Who is this? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Isabella Merced.
Yeah, Merced.
She played Dora in the Dora movie, but
that's her.
Yeah, I think she's a good actress, man. She was in Romulus. She did really good in Romulus too. Yeah, and I also think she's really pretty, man. She's like perfect casting for a hot girl, bro. I think she's gonna be a badass. And it's always good to see a Latina make it into the superhero movies, man, because Supergirl unfortunately was short-lived, which is messed up. But hey, we got another Latina in the DC universe, so I'll take it, dog.
That's right.
So I'm excited to see her, man. I think she's gonna be dope. What are your thoughts on Hot Girl? I don't know if I always thought she was a cool character in the Justice League cartoon. So
she is a cool character. I don't know. I mean, I saw Dora, but I just like whatever. I don't think I've ever seen. I'm watching Romulus. Is she like a main character? Is she the one is that the girl that's pregnant?
Yes. Yeah, she's the pregnant girl.
so far up into the time where
Spoilers for
the
Romulus
Asian,
if y'all haven't seen
yeah,
it.
where the Asian girl dies. I was trying to remember what it happened. The Asian
Damn.
girl dies. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I haven't really seen too much, but I've always liked Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl, the CW show with in the Flash. I like.
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah, I think you haven't really gotten much Hot Girl, at least in live action media. So I'm excited, man. You know, we got Hawkman in the Black Adam movie, which Hawkman was actually badass in that movie. He was one of the high points. Him and Doctor
Yeah.
Fate were freaking sick, man. It's a shame that, you know, that part of the DC universe got scrapped, because those two guys, it would have been cool to see them eventually grow into something. But hopefully we get to see them in this new version, whoever they end up casting. But like, you know, Hawkman was dope. But yeah, I think seeing Hawk Girl come in is like, you know, she's a great character. In the cartoon, they kind of set her up. She's like very, like, she could be the leader of the group if she wanted to. Like, she just has that leadership kind of quality to her. Like, she ain't scared of nobody, but you know, she'll take you on, bro. That's Hawk Girl. I'm excited. That's one of the reasons I want to go see this movie. I think it's dope. Let's talk about the blemish, I think, with
No, well, hold on.
Guy
Before
Gardner.
we talk about the blemish, I want to say I'm sort of excited to see Mr. Terrific.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about Mr. Terrific, because I'm actually excited about that too. I think it's cool.
I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say.
Gathi. Yeah, Gathi.
Gathegi. I don't know. This guy is so freaking good in All Mankind.
Yes, dude. Yes.
And if you haven't seen the show All Mankind, it's an Apple TV show where they go to space, and this guy is like Elon Musk. Yeah, with Rick Flag. And this guy plays sort of like the character of Elon Musk, like if he,
yeah.
And he's
good,
so
man.
freaking good. And I can see sort of that character being influenced a little bit into Mr. Terrific, and the aspect of it being so technical or technology-wise, inventor,
yes,
and all that other
stuff.
I love
shit,
it.
Look who it is. The one and only.
Bro, talk about
the married man, bro. He's changed. He looks different, bro.
Yeah, man. I literally don't even know if my settings are all set up and shit. But
it's okay. Juan was going through the same shit, bro. You know, I actually set my stuff up yesterday, bro, because I was like, man, we haven't streamed.
I was like, I was like, nah, I'll be fine. We had our Christmas party at work, and I was like, okay, it's cool, it's not too bad. And then I was like, I'll make it in time. That's when I was like, I'm running a little bit late. My phone dies. And for the past 20-30 minutes, I've been driving home holding the fucking power button, hoping that like the first sign of fucking life will come on. And I'm holding that power button. You know how it is with the iPhone, right? Like,
yes.
As soon as you get that enough juice right there, you can freaking power it back on. As soon as I do, I was like, let me call Juan and be like, yo, I don't even know. I didn't know it was 8:15 until I got in the truck, and I was like, oh shit.
Damn, bro.
I was like, oh,
it's all good, man.
So I know y'all are very excited about this movie, so I know y'all talked about
it. Well, let me read you the bio to our video.
Can I get like some feedback? What did I miss on opinions, or where are we at right now? Where are we at?
So we're talking. So we already talked about Superman, bro.
Okay.
We're working on the supporting cast, but we can go back to Superman. Okay. I think, because I'm curious to get your thoughts too, bro. We just talked about Hawk Girl, so we didn't go that too far in on the supporting cast.
Gotcha.
But let's go. I want to see, what were your initial thoughts on the trailer, bro? Did you get to watch it already or no?
I did. I watched it earlier. My initial thoughts on this are, okay. First, let me explain where I'm coming from. Right. I was a huge Snyderverse fan. I love Henry Cavill. Like, that was my Superman. And you know what? I wanna come into this world like embracing it and being excited for it. But I will say, I'm gonna start off with like Superman itself. Like, I do see like the Superman from the comic books in these clips, right? I think it is taking like different pages from, like I could see comic book covers, like not comic book covers, comic book scenes in the action sequences that we're seeing in these clips. I mean, I really do think that every clip we've seen from this trailer could be a comic book strip in somewhere along the line. So That is a good thing. Obviously I'm trying to be as open-minded as I can about this without being like too biased, too negative about this universe, because to be honest, we haven't even this trailer doesn't mean nothing. We've seen what trailers are worth, right? We've seen what trailers can
Yeah,
do.
that's true.
We really can't justify like saying like, yo, man, I've made up my mind about this universe, this movie, just based off of this. And who's to say, what's gonna happen even in the future when a sequel comes out or when the sequel comes out. But overall impressions, I think, I think there's a wide range in this movie, right? There's a wide range of characters, of dynamics that can happen in this universe. Like they're already establishing just not just in this universe that there's just this one superhero, but that there's a bunch of other ones. I think I don't remember what the organization is called that all these people are in, because I think like Hawkgirl and Green Lantern
The
are in this.
Terrifics.
Yeah, the Terrifics. So I know that there's already a bunch of superheroes in here. I'm interested to see like what the dynamics will play out along the way. But overall, I do think that it has potential. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. It has potential. I don't know. That's the best way that I can leave it at. I do have like my gripes from what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
But obviously that's to be determined. That's we'll see when the movie releases. But so far, right now, I'm gonna leave it at it has a lot of potential. And did this movie, this trailer like do a 180 for me? Not really. Like I'm still in the same place I was before this trailer, personally. Where like I still got to go see this movie. Like I didn't get enough from this trailer to hype me up like other movies have in the past. You know what I mean? So hopefully once I see this movie, things change. But right now, I'm still kind of in the hope boat, more of like the hopeful side than anything else. I don't know what I missed on y'all's opinions. Like, where do y'all stand on just Superman itself?
And that's exactly what this trailer brings to you, hope.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. It looks like ass, bro. I told Cristian at the beginning. I said the CGI looks like shit.
Okay, see, that's where my gripes are at. Like, I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, yo, bro, like, what's different between this and a CW show?
Yes,
right?
dude.
Like, what's different between this and like the Flash? So that's the one thing. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to read this here.
Well, the thing is that this trailer doesn't show a lot of CGI. The CGI that we do see, it looks unfinished. I mean, it's a trailer; it's supposed to look unfinished, but it looks really badly unfinished, which is something different.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like a big difference between the CW or not. It looks CW-ish. I don't know, man. I feel like they rushed too hard into the whole Superman idea or movie, and James Gunn said, I'm not gonna make a movie and I'm not gonna take Superman. And what's the first thing he fucking did? He took fucking Superman and he made a fucking movie about it. So it's annoying. Like, it's annoying. Like, dude, you're saying one thing and then you're going around and doing another thing. I get it. It's a popular character, and I think at the end of the day, James Gunn wants to prove something, and he wants to prove is that he can make a good Superman movie. I guess we'll see. Because it doesn't look like it so well.
There's a lot on the line, dude. I think if this movie, if it bombs, they're gonna fire his ass immediately, bro.
You think so?
I think so,
bro. Honestly, aren't they going broke and shit too?
Yeah, like they're like firing all kinds of people. They're like dropping all their assets. So like, there's a lot on the line. They need it to be successful. Will it bomb? No. It's gonna make a lot of money just because of pure curiosity. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah,
bro. You think it's gonna break $800,000 in the box office?
It might.
It'll make money.
You think it's gonna break $800,000 in the box?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
Man.
I think we're not considering overseas.
Yeah,
like overseas is overseas. Like, there's let's put it into action figure form. Like, a lot of people didn't like the Snyderverse a lot. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but damn, bro, that Snyder fucking figures sold. Like, Henry Cavill Superman sold. the reason why they brought in art, like surprisingly, I was surprised they brought in art, and that figure's so popular. So, and honestly, I know a lot of people like Henry Cavill, but I think as a whole, I think Superman is
Oh,
just
we don't like
it's
Henry Cavill.
no, we love Henry Cavill.
We love Henry
we
Cavill.
love Henry Cavill. Now that's
Yeah.
every morning before I go to work, I'm like, okay,
Damn,
boom, I
that
say
shit
my
right
goodbyes to Jesus, to God, and then I have my Henry Cavill frame, and I'm like, all right, bro, like bless
Yeah.
me today, Henry. I will say this
Just goes,
motherfucker looks like
"Mwah."
James Bond in this clip right here. Does he not look like James Bond right here? Like,
Oh,
right there.
dude, we need to
Bro,
talk about
no,
fucking
he looks like
Lex
Hitman.
Luthor.
He looks like Hitman, bro. Agent 47.
Dude, he does. Like, where's the QR code in the back? Like the little scan code and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Superman's gonna be like, bleep. You know, like
I don't, bro. It's so one thing I want to talk because now that we brought up Lex Luthor, is it LexCorp or Luthor Corp or is it always change?
I thought it was LexCorp.
Yeah, so in this movie it's Luthor Corp,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's Luthor Corp.
Was it not?
but I
No.
always thought it was the LexCorp in the comics, or maybe they have both, right? He probably changes it. Like I don't know. I mean, realistically, Luthor Corp makes sense because it's his last name. Nobody ever
Yeah.
uses their first name in a corporation name, so. But LexCorp just sounds badass, man. Like
Yeah. I
Oh,
thought
it's the same thing. So under this
Not-
a statue, some would say
LLC,
It's not
the LLC.
management of its founder Lex Luthor, LexCorp grew and prospered, absorbing scores of smaller businesses.
Yo.
LexCorp, also known as Luthor Corp and L Corp,
What
became
the
known as
fuck is
LexCorp
this?
Incorporated. You know what happened? Somebody was like, "Let me write a story. It's gonna be Luthor Corp," and then somebody said, "Oh, but it was
it was a
LexCorp
typo.
before that."
It was a typo. I was like, "Fuck." Okay, I guess we gotta roll
Fuck
with
it,
it.
it's a multiverse.
It's like, I don't think anybody noticed, but the S on Superman is flipped, but we're just gonna go with it.
Run with it. Run with it.
Run
Own
with
it.
it. Run with it. It's a mirror that he was looking at. Bro, yeah, man. I there's a lot to discuss about this, but man, I honestly like I want to love this, but that CW feeling, bro, like it's like
Yeah.
I'm
I-
gonna tell you.
there was leaks, I think yesterday, right, that I was looking at, and I was like, nah, there's no way the quality is gonna be like that, because the first comment was like, why does it look like that? And I was like, I get it. And
Bro.
even now, right? Obviously, we're still 6 months away, 7 months away from the official release. Like they got time to stuff, change it. But I'm not gonna lie, like the grading and stuff, like the shading, I was like, bro, this. Even then, they tried to go for like it looked like I was watching Riverdale on CW for a little bit. I was like, "Where's Archie at?" You know what I mean?
we,
Like
we were
where's-
talking about this, bro, but
Yeah.
I think it was a stylistic choice because
Mhm.
earlier in the stream
Yeah.
before you joined, we were just like, Superman's campy, Superman's very colorful, it's poppy, like it makes sense. I think the problem with it is it just makes it look lower budget because we're just used to seeing lower budget projects be shot that way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like unnerving or like kind of like a shock to see it on a big budget movie that's like $200-300 million. Is it gonna hurt it in the end? I don't know. I'm curious, and I think where it is gonna hurt it the most is always the CGI, because when you have such poppy colors like that, it's very easy to see when things don't match in the scene. And you're like, okay, yeah, that's clearly fake, and that's why they do such kind of a lot of movies that you see. It's more of a natural colors, maybe even darker at times with that kind of filmic filter on, because it's easier to make CGI look believable in those color grades. Whereas if you have stuff that's very
good
poppy,
point.
it's gonna look like a video
good-
game.
That's a good point, man.
Right?
I that's a good point. I never even thought about it on that perspective, man. I do want to say that obviously like things can change within the 6 months. Like I'm sure things will change from the fucking feedback that their people are getting, because like have you noticed like the comments, like they're almost 50-50.
I don't
Right?
think they're gonna
Like,
change anything, bro.
now-
They're not gonna budge.
like I honestly wonder, and it's not even the Snyderverse that I feel like. I know the Snyderverse is a huge part of like people against this, but like I wonder how much of it is just like people not believing in DC, kind of like people don't believe in Sony anymore. Because I have seen
Yeah.
people like say like, man, bro, like I'm just tired of being let down,
yeah.
and there's a lot of fucking expectations on not just David Cornsweet, James Gunn, man. Like that's just like
Oh, for sure.
But
the
you know,
responsibility is huge.
it's not only Snyderverse people. I think at the end of the day, DC fucked up because they said we're bringing back Cavill. Nobody said Zack Snyder was going to come back. All they said was, "Hey, we're bringing back Cavill." And the minute that they asked them because James Gunn didn't want him as a Superman, I think it put a bad taste in everybody's mouth because it was just like, bro, they still quit the fucking Witcher to be the Superman.
Okay,
Yeah, that's true.
like
You know, like he lost job. He lost a job and he lost potential other projects.
He lost
because
two
he did
jobs.
that. Because he said he was going to be freaking Superman. So
imagine like after Superman, like David Cornsweet being replaced as Superman.
I know, dude. I was gonna say like not even like they're gonna pull a Sonic where like they fucking end up like, you know what? Let's delay this movie and completely redo the design.
Let's redo everything. Also, is it weird that I feel like Lex Luthor looks cooler than Superman? Like, I feel like he looks more fucking cooler in these two clips about here,
no.
and then like right here, he's like in a all black suit somewhere here.
Oh, where he's like crying and shit.
Yeah, right here, like right here. Right here. Look at that. Looks better than. Is that a badass Luthor Corp? Could be, but it could be better as Lex Corp. Definitely.
I don't know. This guy was a really good. This guy was a really good casting.
Brick.
This is not S tier right here whatsoever.
Oh hell no! Gunn versus is better than Snyder.
Gosh,
Damn.
dude, no. Finally excited for DC again. Oh my god!
I think we're done with the stream.
I was just stabbing me right here, bro. No, I'm kidding.
That was an easy sell, bro.
Brick is officially part of the Gunverse.
I can't be part of it until I see it. Until I see it, and I can finally decide. All right, this is what
we need to talk about Guy Gardner, bro, because that pissed
me
off.
Let's go.
Dumbass chili ball haircut. Looks like an idiot, bro.
I like how he didn't hold back. He did not hold back at all.
The Snyder movies did not fail. They made a lot of money.
That's so funny. He's like an idiot.
Yeah, bro.
Where is that?
Damn, dude. Brick is just laying it in. He's like, think how many times Snyder movies failed. He's putting salt in the wound.
I'm gonna send you a picture. Picture, Colonel.
Okay, here we go. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy.
You're telling me that exactly.
And it sucks, dude, because I like Nathan Fillion. I think he's awesome, bro. And they just made him look. It's just for this to be our first live action Green Lantern since freaking Ryan Reynolds, and you give us this, bro. I was just like, damn, bro. Like, come on, man.
Hold on, because Brick is in the chat. He wants to fight. We're gonna fight.
All right, well, what is it? How many
he
times
said, bro.
Failed?
They didn't fail.
They had
to do Justice League twice. That's because
they only did it once. What do you mean?
Wanted it. The studio wanted it. It wasn't Zack Snyder. The movie Zack Snyder's Justice League was better movie. It was way better. It made more fucking money.
Dude.
Wonder Woman 84 was not a Snyder movie. That was just a
I'm gonna go ahead and say you're wrong, Brick. Hold on. Respectfully, Brick. I love you, but
I'm about to show it. I mean, the studio came in between the vision that Zack Snyder wanted, and that's all I gotta say. I mean, when you don't have your creative freedom to express what the
Martha versus this haircut right here, bro. I'm taking Martha, man. I don't know, like,
bro. Can we just talk about hot girl in the background though? Bro, just look at her, bro.
For a second, I was like, "Who's this little kid back here?"
all 5'2" of her, bro.
She looks so fucking tiny in this scene, man.
That's a whole lot of mean in a tiny little package, dude, bro. Damn.
Holy shit. Dude, I want to know what the fuck's happening in this scene. Like, who the hell is in this? Like,
I think they're blaming him for the collateral damage, and he was just trying to get some space. And that's why.
This looks like the airport and shit, where you pick up the luggage and shit. You know, where it's spinning and shit.
Yes.
I was like, what the? I was like, yeah. I wonder. Yeah,
like it's a museum. I'm pretty sure.
What
Stag Industries? Who's Stag? I can't remember who's Stag.
That's that guy who created Blue Beetle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What decade is the movie set in?
Shit, I don't know.
I think it's present time.
It has to be present time, but
Yeah, I think it's present day.
All right. The Flash
Wants
is
to
not
be-
a Snyder.
wants to be
It's
Superman
not a
is not
Snyder
supposed to
movie.
be dark. Superman is not supposed to be dark.
This
No,
shot's actually
it's-
cool looking though. I'll give
That's
him that,
what
bro.
Superman. That was bound for. Let's not even.
The
Okay.
Man of Steel is not a dark movie. You just have to watch it, and you got to understand that there's a deep, meaningful story to it, and you just have to. You just
All
have
of
to
us.
watch it
I'm
and
watching this
open
trailer
your-
and I'm like,
your
where the
mind.
fuck? I was
Open
like,
your
we got,
mind like that fake, like that horrible CGI thing right there. Open your mind like that.
Bro,
And then
Yeah,
take it all
that
in.
shot, dude.
I was like, fucking Daenerys came out of nowhere and shit, or what? Like,
Damn.
we got real Game of Thrones all of a sudden.
I'm not gonna lie though. I like that they did this because that's like classics Superman stuff is fighting like a kaiju.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he's actually gonna fight like a monster shit. It's gonna be cool seeing that, and I hope this is where he can like showcase like his power. But I mean, yeah, that shot after this that Juan's
Bro,
talking about with that little
we-
orb in the
we
background
can-
looks
we
so
can-
bad, bro.
We can all agree whether this movie is good or not. Like, fucking Corn Sweat is like a Timu fucking version of Henry Cavill. Like, they literally fucking looked for the next Henry Cavill with this like casting. Like,
I think I don't know. I think he's gonna be good, man. For the little scenes that I saw him act in on Twisters, I actually liked his character in Twisters. He was
I
like
know who you're
he
talking
played like
about.
an
He was
like
a
the
douche.
asshole dude.
it was a
Yeah,
douche.
he's a douche. But he played him well. So I'm like, I think he's gonna play Clark really good.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I like who they got for Lois. She looks perfect, man.
It is.
Carlos,
hard
show
though,
that picture,
like-
please. Show that picture for Brick, please, before I lose my shit.
Which picture?
I sent it on Instagram.
It's a picture of his
Oh.
ass.
What am I looking at here? Oh, hold on.
His ass.
You cannot be passionate about a project and you say director of the Marvel's Galaxy of Guardians, whatever the fuck it is. That's not passion. Passion is saying he's the director of Peacemaker, the start of the new DC, whatever fucking thing. That's passion.
I'm trying to see if I can save it real quick. Hold on. That is so funny.
Bro, Juan, your kid's like in the room just like crying, bro. He's like, oh no, like he's just like covering his ears. He's
That's
like,
it.
they're
You guys
talking
are
about Zack Snyder.
haters. Wait, Brick's a hater of the Snyderverse though, so it's like it's the same thing. To be
I
fair,
just don't get it. The reason
be happy they finally got Superman right,
Right.
bro. You haven't we haven't
Hey,
even
no.
seen the movie, Brick. How can you say they got
Exactly.
Superman right?
Christian, let me ask you
This man
something.
is
You're
so
not a
passionate about
DC fan. You're not a DC fan.
one
I feel
compares
like
my
you're
movies
more
to
bi-
what MCU
you're
made.
more unbiased about all this. Why do you? Because you like Man of Steel, right?
Oh, I love Man of Steel.
Okay. Why do you like it, or why do you love Man of Steel?
I think one, I think the score, the music, right? That plays an important role in like a movie.
See, and James,
so-
and James Gunn can't do that. All he does is put mixtapes out there.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's got John Murphy doing the music for this new one, and they're basically going to take John Williams' original score and kind of do a play on it, right? So yeah, you lack originality on that point. And I'll give them that, right? That's already a pain point. I think music is going to be important for like a Superman movie. And I think that's why Man of Steel is so strong. I actually like the themes. Like it was a cool little take, and I understand why people didn't like it, but it's good to see like a Superman that didn't really want to be Superman because he
Yeah.
was raised to believe that the world wasn't ready for him.
That's a
Right,
good
that they were
story.
going to alienate him. It makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like a human idea versus
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm a superhero. I'm gonna automatically like people are gonna accept me, whatever. But I understand why people didn't resonate well with that, right? It's
Yeah.
it's. I don't say it. I
Well,
don't
here's
say
another
it's
thing.
not a darker take, right? It's just a more
Here's another
serious
thing.
take.
Exactly. Here's another thing, though. Everybody was on the train that it's not real. It has to be more real. That's why the Dark Knight is the way the Dark Knight is, because it's more
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
more
yeah.
relatable. It could happen in real life, and then you have something like that happen, and everybody's like, "Oh no, that's not Superman." And that's well, obviously, they're taking a different direction with it. It's still Superman. It still symbolizes hope. It still symbolizes a struggle that he's gone to. It still symbolizes that he's an alien to this world. So he's never going to be looked at the same. And when you read the comics, it's exactly the same thing that gets portrayed. That's why he acts the way he
Yeah.
is. That's why he's so dorky. That's why he's
You know, like everybody has their strong ties to their characters and stuff like that. I think the only thing, and nothing against the new James Gunn verse, like like I said, I hope it goes well. But I
I'll hate
think
it.
that the thing that bothers me is that people always they have this perception of what a character should be like, and they forget that every comic book has like their own like interpretation based on the writer.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes it awesome. And like I said, I have nothing against like James Gunn going forward and like making this universe, but I feel like so many people did have a lot of things against Snyder, Henry Cavill, and stuff like that. But that was their interpretation. Like, you don't like their interpretation, that's fine. But there's people that do, and I get that. Like in this business, you're trying to please the majority for money, but again, like don't shoot something down because you don't like it, right? Like don't shoot something down that because it's not your idea, because it's not your idea. If it's your idea, go out there and make it. You know what I
But then
mean?
again, Brick is also saying that I know Superman's supposed to bring light. I know the CW show did a fantastic job with the storyline that they did with it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't think Snyder had a vision. It's not even Snyder. He had writers. I don't even know how much Snyder wrote into that film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was written by 2 other people.
Yeah.
Obviously, the director's going to have his own input, but at the end of the day, I don't think the storyline was fully developed to the point where they could have had the conclusion, which would have been what everybody was expecting at the end. Because remember, Man of Steel is the beginning of Superman. It's literally him getting the suit, and then he's starting to learn his powers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. By the time Justice League came around, it was just, I mean, he died before he even.
Who the fuck is this frost giant from Loki here, bro? Like,
man, that's
Jor-El,
the guy
bro.
from
That's
Game of
Jor-El.
Thrones.
I was like, is this fucking? I was like, for real, I was like, is this the frost giant from Loki or what? Like, I was like, the Night King or what?
No, look, and so I'm gonna come in like completely unbiased, right? Because like you guys, I'm Marvel fan hardcore, but I do like Superman, and I think
That had
I am
input in that movie.
excited. I do like that this new take. I understand kind of where James Gunn's going, and it doesn't hurt, man, to like pay homage to like the greats. Like obviously there's a bit of Christopher Reeve in here, a bit of Donner, right? It makes sense to take that approach, but where I'm concerned about, right, and it's always going to come down to the fans' reception of the movie to determine whether or not it's successful, right? It might be a passion project, it might be in line with what the comics are from his perspective, right? But if you think about it, Superman Returns did the exact same thing. And
I was about to say that.
It bombed really bad, right? And Brandon Routh was a fantastic Superman, dude. And it was an homage to Reeve.
Yeah.
They used the original score, and it still didn't do well, right? So what's the difference that he's going to do?
The trunks.
Yeah.
They use the quirkiness. I mean, Brandon Routh is perfect for that role. I mean, granted, he's not as big as these guys are, but he was perfect for that role.
So that's the only thing that concerns me about you're basically taking the same approach. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of the Gunness in there with the action sequences, maybe some jokes and like the kind of lively and kind of heartfelt connections that he's really good. And this is why I think there are other characters, is that if Gunn's good at anything, he's good at doing ensemble films, right? Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos. He's good at working with teams and working with dynamics between different characters that have opposing views. So I think that's why he has the Terrifics in here with Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, and what's Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. They're there to challenge Superman's perspective as a hero. The same thing with the villains, right? Lex Luthor and whoever the other villains are. So I am interested to see how he handles that, because we didn't get a lot of that in the Snyderverse. It was more focused on the character himself, not much on the ensembles. I know we had Dawn of Justice and that version of Justice League, which was, I think when he finally got there, it was done relatively well. But by that time, the damage was already done, right? And that's why that the Snyderverse ended up coming to an end. It just didn't get there when it needed to get there. And they had to do like a whole second effort, right? It's just unfortunate it happened that way, because I do think he had a vision. I don't see Gunn's vision yet, because this is his first movie, right? We're going to kind of get an idea of where he's planning on taking the character. But from what I've seen, I do like the sense of hope. It makes sense. It's campiness, because campiness makes sense for Superman. If any character is going to be campy, it has to be Superman. It's a guy that can do everything. Laser eyes, frost breath, super speed, super flight, like super strength.
Yeah.
He's got everything. So how do you humanize a character like that, right? Maybe Man of Steel humanized him too much, and now Gunn wants to still humanize him a bit, but through his relationships with these other characters, not just him and his dilemma with being Superman. So hopefully we can get a good movie, and I want this movie to be successful, man, because I, you know, there's a lot of, I think there's too much Marvel stuff out there, not enough DC stuff.
Yeah.
They've been killing it in the animated world. They've always killed it in the animated world, but we need some live action stuff. Yes, we got Matt Reeves' universe. It's unfortunate that that's separate from this. I don't know why, but whatever. Like, let Matt Reeves let him cook. He can do his own stuff, right? He's got some great shit, but we need the Supermans, we need the Green Lanterns, we need Wonder Woman back, we need like, who are we missing? Like Martian Manhunter. We still haven't got Martian Manhunter, man. We need him, right? Like, those characters are important to this lore, and knowing that James Gunn is a comic book nerd at heart, he's gonna pull from those characters, but he has to be successful with this movie, and that's why I want it to work out. Because if it fails, I don't think it's gonna be good for him moving forward.
Watch Brick hate this movie, and we love it. Imagine, like, I've been thinking about that the entire time, like with Danny too. I'm like, bro, what if you love that movie? What if you hate that movie, and then I end up
no, but to Brick's point, bro, it's the same cycle, right? It's just this is how comic book fans are, right? Like, they always hate the inertial. Like, to his point, like, they hated on Cavill's first reveal, bro. When that first picture released of him, like, through the bank safe where he got pushed back, dude, they were ranking on that shot for months, right? Even though to this day, I still think the Man of Steel teaser trailer is the greatest teaser trailer of all time, bro. The one where Jor-El's talking in the background.
Yeah.
He's like, you'll give him an ideal to strive for. Like, you'll walk them to whatever. And it's the little kid with the cape.
Yeah.
Like, he puts his, dude, that trailer is so fucking good, man. And I remember when I saw that for the first time, I got so hyped, right? So yeah, I think this is a good teaser trailer, bro. Like, there's just a lot going on, but
yeah, you said it. It's a teaser trailer. I don't hate the trailer. I think I watched it like 50 times, right? And the only thing that I could really come back out of this was, like, the CGI is off and the fucking color tone is off. Like, there's something off with the color. That's it.
This specific scene right here reminds me of that Flash movie that we just got not too long ago, and it doesn't have a good taste, man. It doesn't have a good taste. Like, this specific style of, like, this specific scene, that, like, everything else. But this really reminds me of the Flash movie we just got, where they're fighting all the Kryptonians and stuff. And I think, like, I honestly, my major problem right now is more of, like, how this movie will look, because, like, I wanted to. Obviously, the story, like, I think we can expect great, but I just want this movie to look great. Like, I wanna watch this movie and just have these, like, insane moments in the movie where it just, like, it extends more than just, like, the words, but like the image that you see speaks louder than, because that's one of the things that I think, the elements that I love about Snyder, is that certain scenes spoke more visually than vocally, and I hope that he can nail on that, because that would really interest me as the person that I am, the eye that I have for these kind of things to really reel me in. Because if they can give me that, that's honestly what I'm asking for from this. Because if they can't deliver that, like Marvel was able to do that, like they had specific scenes where they really did, and you see that glimpse of that slow-mo, which I know that people are not a big fan of a lot of slow-mo, but that's really where, like, how you show these people in their worlds, because this is the potential that they have, So
they only don't like the slow-mo because it's Snyder, but if it's Gunn, they love it.
We're like overuse, whatever, etc. But I mean, that's who these people are.
Hey, he did use it too much, man. Y'all gotta come on. Y'all gotta accept
it. But what I'm saying is, like, that's these people, though. Like, some of these people, like, this is how they see the world. You know what I mean? Like, these people don't move at the same fucking slow ass speed we do. And that's what I'm trying to get. Like, give us that feeling that we're watching it from their perspective. You know what I mean?
I mean, and they even Gunn hinted at that too, right? Like we are
Yeah.
going to get those perspective shots, right? And so like they even tease that like some of the flying shots that they mimicked a lot of what you saw in Top Gun, which you know, if you watch Top Gun Maverick, those scenes are crazy where like you're basically in the cabin. You feel like
Yeah.
you're in there. So my assumption is that they're going to put you kind of behind him while he's flying. You'll get a lot of those action sequences. So I think it'll be good. And like I said, there's potential in this trailer, man. There's a lot of potential. The Yamcha shot right there, like just got his ass
Yamcha
beat.
Bro, the Yamcha shot. That's dude. That shit was so hilarious when I saw that comment that they were like the Yamcha post. I will say
Yeah.
that, and I don't know if you talked about it, but you bringing it up right now really reminded me of it. Was the opening sequence to the guitar of John Williams' score really reminds me of that Maverick trailer, that Top Gun song.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's the
I was
same
like,
kind
I
of
was like, bro, they're trying to bring in the fucking Top Gunners and shit. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
dude. I mean,
this haircut though, man.
Play
I don't
this
know,
trailer
I-
again. I want to see how
I
many
was-
slow-mo shots we got. Because we
I
got
was
more
like-
than one.
I was like, this
Say it
haircut
again.
here look like the
Did
Edgar
we?
cut. I
Yes.
don't know.
He's breathing, slow-mo.
I will say this looks
He
very
walks
Dragon Ball
past,
Z. Babe.
slow-mo.
This little
saved
clip
the
reminds
girl,
me of Dragon Ball
slow-mo.
Z.
Say it again.
This looks like Dragon Ball Z right here.
I'm gonna find this break. We're gonna go
Bro,
down
this
the
guy's getting slammed in every clip, bro. Like I was like,
yeah, this scene's kind of
Slow-mo.
interesting to me too, because like who beat his ass so much that he's like here, but like why did they just stop
Ultraman.
to where like
it's,
Crypto could come
it's
save him?
Ultraman, no? Ultraman?
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
Ultraman, yeah.
Yeah, but then why would he just leave him there to like allow Crypto to come save him? I don't know. I'm interested to see where that scene goes, but this shot right here where you get a close up of the suit actually looks a lot better up close, man. I think it's from a distance where it looks kind of like cheap, but up close you can see it's textured and it's got depth to it.
I don't think it looks
so
cheap. I think, like I said, it looks too armorish, and that's what I don't like. Like,
Yeah.
Superman's supposed to look sleek. Like that's the whole thing. Why does he need armor? Why does he have to look like he needs armor? That's the only
Yeah.
thing. That's
He
the reason
needs
why I don't like
nipples,
this
man.
suit. And he also needs nipples.
He
You're
needs the
right. You're right.
nipples.
Damn right about that.
Oh man, dude, I just love how riled up Brick got y'all, bro. Brick, we ain't hating, man. We're just offering
Yeah.
some critique here, bro. I'm sure this movie.
No, I am hating. Fuck,
Uh,
fuck this movie.
No, but if this movie bombs and they fire James Gunn, we drive to Brick's house and break all his Legos, bro.
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't get riled up. You know, we just got a little bit, we're just a little bit emotional. It's okay.
That's so funny.
Hey, it's all good, dude. Like, how you guys feel about like that? I mean, y'all know me. Like, I'm glad those Sony Spider-Man movies are dead. I think
That's-
Brick actually likes some of those movies.
That's how Brick is with his Venom movies. He defends those to death. To death. I think it's the same. It's the same thing. It's a fandom. You know, it's a fandom. And
well,
people
Brick,
like you
they're dead.
yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you, bud.
They're gone. Look at this dude.
Thank God.
He's getting two-pieced in every clip. Like, bro, like,
See, look, look, Rick just said that.
fuck no.
No, the movie's gonna be successful, Brick, for sure.
No.
It-
I'm talking about the comment before that. He said that he will lose his trunks after this movie.
Yeah, bro,
Why?
he lost that bad.
Just keep the
He lost
trunks.
that bad. It was a bronze
don't think
tag
he
match
will.
from
I
back
think
in
he'll keep the
WWE
trunks,
and
man.
shit.
No, I think to Brick's point though, like I heard there are rumors that he's got
You want to talk
multiple
about
suits.
Alpha? We're looking at Alpha right now, right here, bro.
Mufasa.
Mufasa. That's he's even at the fucking ¿Cómo se llama? Oh shit. What's it called? The Solitude of Fortress. The Solitude of Fortress and shit.
Start talking about figures because we just saw the Christian Bale figure.
I know. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
I think
Yeah, man, that is good.
I think my in-art Cavill Superman gets here next
This
week.
is-
So.
This is let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Dead Gunn didn't want the trunks. I'm pretty sure he wanted the trunks, bro.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I saw that too. That Corn Sweat was the one that asked for it, and the reasoning behind it was good too. I think it makes sense, right? Like you're like this fantastical character. It's like a wrestler, right? You're supposed to look cheesy or corny, right? It's the whole thing. Like you're a superhero.
Corny sweat or what?
Dang, David Corny Sweat.
Corny Sweat. But I also read a comment about how strongmen used to wear underwear all the time outside.
Yeah.
But like times are changing, right? They're like modernized that shit, bro. Like, like come on, bro. Ain't nobody wearing that shit no more. But I don't know. Brick, if you're down, I need to see you with underwear over your pants next time. Like, if you're down for the fucking Gunverse, Brick, I need to see you with those trunks over the pants, bro. Like, that's a clip I need to see, Brick. And that's your future reel right there, bro.
Yeah, I think one thing I am excited about this movie though, and I'm pretty sure she's in it. Supergirl, Kara.
Yeah, man, I'm interested to see what she's gonna look like. Will her suit be more advanced than his? Like maybe that leads to him being like, yo, like maybe she's the one that tells him like, hey, bro, there was a spare suit in the fucking ship. Like
take that shit off, dog. Here you go. Like saving it. Like...
Oh, Gio, we're not supposed to put that out there, bro. We're not supposed to put out there. Oh, bro, come on, man, come on. That was sworn sweet Cristian not to put that out there.
Crypto with a Superman figure is going to be dope. Yeah, for the initial release, and then Hot Toys never gonna release it. Like one of those fucking previews, and then they never release a figure.
I hope they. I mean, I am excited for like if they release a hot girl figure, I might. But if it's a hot girl.
Oh my god!
The fucking dog over. They're talking. I just realized talking about Supergirl.
Brick, your next move, bro. You know your next move, Brick.
Man, dude, that's funny. But like, I hope she gets some screen time. I hope we get to see her in the suit. It might be towards the end or something. I don't know. Because her movie's next. Right? I think so, and I think her movie is what's next, right after this.
Who's the girl that's playing her?
Millie Alcock, the chick from
House of the Dragon.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, House of the Dragon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, look, James Gunn's Superman is not present time. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if it was present time or not. Because I mean, it looks like it could be present time. Doesn't look like the clothes that people are wearing doesn't look too old.
I was trying to figure it out, but I was trying to remember a car from any scenes, but I don't remember any cars. Like I don't like off the top of my head. Like seeing what vehicles people were driving.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's like.
But that shit looks very fucking futuristic as fuck.
80s or 90s, maybe. At best, I don't know what else. It doesn't look or maybe 70s. Yeah, maybe you could do 70s.
So does that mean like the whole verse is gonna be around this time?
There's flat screens. That can't be the 70s.
Oh yeah, there is flat screens. Yeah, I was gonna say his haircut looks like a little like fucking Edgar cut and shit, like.
Yeah.
No, look, Supergirl starts filming in a couple weeks.
Yeah, because I think Supergirl's next, and then Batman is after, right? The Brave and the Bold, or whatever.
He says that Supergirl wasn't meant to be the second film in DCU. DC.
That's hilarious.
Women of Tomorrow. That's the title of that movie, right? Supergirl, Women of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, look, Gio said it's its own type of universe. Okay, so it's like it's separate then. It's not like well, I mean, it makes sense. It's Metropolis, right? It's not a real city, but I was thinking at least the era would be relevant. But yeah, if it's its own thing, then that makes sense.
Oh, I mean, interesting.
I don't think it really matters. It's just like
I need to know the year. Dude, I don't know, man. I you know what? Like, this is a teaser. Even once we get the official trailer, it don't mean shit. Like, we really got to watch this movie to really made up.
Who's the robot that he's crying to?
That's probably like
that's the one that from like
the Fortress of Solitude. No,
yeah, he's always the Fortress. Yeah,
I'm trying to see where that clip was at. It's
like that's the robot that
I think he was in Man of Steel too. It's that weird one that like tries attacking Lois and that he destroys.
You know what I'm gonna do today? Today I'm gonna sit down on my couch and I'm gonna put Man of Steel. And
damn,
that's what I'm gonna do. I haven't seen Creature Commandos. I can't say nothing about Creature Commandos.
Yeah, I need to check it out. I mean, from what I've seen on Twitter, it looks cool. But
yeah.
All right. I think we beat this one like a dead horse. I'm excited for the next trailer.
Yeah.
Beat it again.
There's rumblings that we'll get another one on the Super Bowl.
I'm sure we'll get something in the Super Bowl, especially because it'll be like right around. Well,
and Fantastic Four.
yeah, dude. Man, I'm
When does
excited
Fantastic
for
Four come
Fantastic
out?
Four. June,
June? No,
July
yeah,
7th.
June.
July 7th. No.
Oh, so they
Right.
go against each other.
Yeah, it's the week after, I think, isn't it? It's the week after.
Well, this is
Super-
July
like-
11th.
it's like 2
this is
weeks.
July 11th.
I thought this one was 25th.
No, this one's 11th.
Oh,
Go back.
shit.
Go to the end of the trailer.
Maybe the other one's 25th. Then the other one's 25th. Hold on.
This motherfucker.
Dude, Brick's been waiting for this
July
moment, dude.
25.
He's using his so 2 weeks after Superman's release. Damn, dude, that's gonna be
They're gonna pretty much going against each other.
no, dude. There's no way in hell it holds that date. I feel like it's gonna change.
Rewatch.
Who?
Fantastic Four might change.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't make sense, dude. That's way too close to like a DC launch film.
But
like-
I mean, you have to have big balls. for
There's like a
okay.
there's a mutual respect in the industry. They wouldn't do that. Like I think they're just waiting to see who budgets first. I don't think Superman's gonna change their date. I see Fantastic Four delaying.
I feel like, yeah, man.
This close?
Yeah, I mean they're still
Oh,
touching
you know
the movie.
what?
They just finished filming a couple weeks ago.
You know what? They're also the trailer, the teaser trailer hasn't shown up. And usually,
Yeah, like
Well,
they're
they
for
should-
sure. They're for
Well-
sure gonna delay.
But did they show the Fantastic Four trailer at Comic-Con though?
Yeah, but it was thrown together footage. It wasn't
Oh,
like
okay.
final footage.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
They
see.
just finished filming like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I'm gonna go be watching Fantastic Four like 5 times to help.
Yeah, I see.
I'm kidding.
Nah, Fantastic Four is probably gonna get pushed to like August or October release, bro.
I'd be interested to see what they do there, man.
Especially since Blade got removed and stuff. Like that shit's on hold. So
I will say Crypto looks better in this clip than in that first picture, bro.
oh, I said the same thing.
I was like, Crypto has the roncha and shit. Like,
Yeah.
like that. dude-
Fetal-ized?
Nice.
Fetal-ized.
Fetal-ized.
I was like, Fetal-ized looks like. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. I was like, somebody feed this guy a bone, bro. Like, I was like, jeez.
I don't know, Gio. People, movies are expensive, dude. Nobody's gonna want to cop up freaking $80 that close in a month. Like some people go to the theater once a month. So I don't see that.
What
I'm gonna go to the
comes out?
theater.
What comes out before Fantastic Four? Just Captain America, right?
Yeah, that's in February. Yeah, Captain America.
Yeah, but that movie's gonna bomb.
Oh no, Thunderbolts. When is Thunderbolts?
No,
August.
Thunderbolts comes out in okay, but like the only thing that can really hurt people is just how much the cinematic universe leads up to the Fantastic Four, because then the Fantastic Four could come in with hype versus this one doesn't have, it's barely making its ground entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think this movie's gonna do well, dude. Like I said, you're gonna have curiosity.
Yeah.
And Superman's such a big name, dude. Like it's just, it doesn't matter. Like
it is.
even like Spider-Man, like those are the type of movies that it doesn't matter. Like you're gonna get butts in seats to go watch it. It's the longevity after that you should be worried about, right? That's why I think having Fantastic Four 2 weeks after Superman, you'll get your initial kind of impact in your first 2 weeks of release in the box office, and that kind of tells you how well you're gonna do versus your international release dates, and then you get your full revenue. But yeah, like you want longevity, especially on a summer release. You want the movie to do relatively well for 4 to 5 weeks. Realistically, you'll probably see like a 60% drop by week 3, typically. Yeah. But the fact that movies are getting, theaters are just getting expensive in general. You're not having a lot of people go multiple times in a month like they used to, right? So they're going to generally try to pick one, at best maybe 2 movies that they're going to see in a month, and that's about it. So
I'd be interested to see, man. I'd be interested to see. I feel like there's a lot of DC love and stuff like that, but Marvel still like has been reigning so much in terms of like support for ever.
I just watched this movie on Max 2 weeks after its release.
I can't even publicly say where I can watch this movie, but
movies 1, 2, 3. like we used to do in robotics class.
Oh
bro.
my god! I'm just saying, like, you know, I'll just wait. I'll wait for Blockbuster to grab this one, and then I'll watch it out there.
Nah,
All right,
like,
man.
we're
Let's
gonna get,
Hey, man,
we're gonna
I
get,
just want to say,
what are those tickets called? The early screening tickets.
yeah, yeah, where they don't
Yeah.
count.
Guarantee it.
Dude, shout out to Brick and for Gio for being
I know, it
coming
was
by
fun.
here.
Yes,
Yeah,
thanks
man.
for
Couldn't-
engaging with us,
Yeah,
man.
man. Honestly, like we, couldn't have asked for better people to be here because y'all are up there in movie content awareness. So shout out to them, man.
Nice. Well, I know you gotta jump to another
I do.
stream soon, bro. So I guess appreciate for everybody that joined. And hopefully we'll be back with another stream relatively soon. No more long hiatuses. We'll try to figure out what works, man. We got work, and
I think this would be a good
commutes.
time to be like, our next video will be our reaction to watching Superman.
See you July 12th, 2025.
We're gonna be competing against Superman and Fantastic Four.
Damn. Nah, but hopefully, and I think we'll try to see what works best for everybody. And I do want to do a video on like kind of the best things we watched in 2024, and then what we're looking forward to in 2025, obviously.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, appreciate everybody, man. We'll keep in contact. Keep an eye on the Instagram. We'll post when we plan to stream again, and we'll see you guys next time, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
I don't know if Juan has the banner ready to.
Juan just punch your computer.